Where is baby Emmanuel Haro? And why was his parents Jake and Rebecca Haro arrested this morning on murder charges? Let's investigate. On August 14th, Rebecca Haro reported her son Emmanuel missing. She claimed she pulled into the Big 5 parking lot. She was going to get down to purchase a mouth guard for her stepson, but the baby had a dirty diaper. So she claims she opened up the back door and went to change the baby's diaper. She was approached by a male that said hola, and that the male knocked her unconscious. When she regained conscious, she claims she looked around the vehicle, went into the store asking if anybody's seen a baby, and Emmanuel has not been seen since.
Please, if anything, if you know anything, please, I'm just begging you to bring him back. I took him out of the car seat and I laid him on the chair, and I had his diapers right here, and then someone said hola, and I couldn't even turn, and I was just, I don't remember nothing. I got up off the floor and I didn't see my child. Someone took him from me. I had to get my phone and call 911. I ran to perimeter and there's nothing here. I didn't see him. I didn't see nothing. Nobody saw nothing. There's no cameras here. There's no lighting.
To the person who took my son, please just give him back to us. We'll forgive you. We won't bother you. We just want our baby boy.
He has little wavy hair and light brown hair. It's so soft, like a feather. Beautiful brown eyes. Beautiful baby, energetic, very playful, very happy.
Don't hurt him, man. Please feed him. Take care of him.
Please don't hurt him. Protect him and just bring him back to his parents that love him.
This case took a turn for the worse quick due to Jake Haro's past record of child abuse and due to missing gaps in Rebecca's story, the mother. There was a lot of inconsistencies in her story, and come on now, it's all common sense. We heard the story, nothing was adding up, nothing was making sense. You have Jake Haro, the father, who was previously arrested because of what he did to his own daughter, and now you have baby Emmanuel missing. The mother has a black eye that looks like it's been on there. It does not look like it was recently. That black eye was not recent like she claims it was when she was attacked. That was a lie. There was a lot of lies. Come on now. There was a lot of lies in her story. So we already knew, where's baby Emmanuel? We don't want to think the worst, but I think we already kind of knew the outcome of this story. On August 18th, Jake Haro hired his old lawyer from 2018 who represented him in his child cruelty case, Vincent Hughes, to represent him for this current case of Emmanuel. Now, Jake, why would you go and hire a lawyer if you had nothing to hide? If you did not do anything wrong, why would you go hire a lawyer? Especially your old lawyer that represented you for your past child abuse case. And I have an audio clip of what his lawyer has to say.
Anyway, running, hiding, or doing anything to exhibit any behaviors of somebody that is trying to be deceptive in this case. Jake is wholeheartedly emotionally torn up. I prayed with Jake multiple times yesterday. I can tell you that Jake and his wife have not slept. They have not ate. They are doing everything in their power to try to find their son. The major concern at this point is, how do you find your son when law enforcement has your vehicle? Law enforcement has every way that you can contact the outside world. How do they participate in the search? They're limited financial means, and it's very clear that their own community is going against them without any definitive evidence that they did anything wrong.
Jake and Rebecca currently have stopped working with the police to try to help find Emmanuel. Now, who's going to stop working with law enforcement to find your missing child? Your child is missing and you do not want to work with law enforcement to find out where is your baby? That is a big red flag for me right there. And for anybody else, that is a big red flag. Because if my child was missing, and I'm sure if your child was missing, you're going to be right there begging law enforcement to help find your baby, doing everything you can in your power to find your child. There was plenty of red flags in this case. Plenty of them. The made up story, the made up black eye that did not look recent, and then you stop working with law enforcement. And then you have Jake Haro, who has a past record of child abuse, child cruelty, of what he did to his own daughter in 2018. So, you look at all that and, you pray that baby Emmanuel is safe, that baby Emmanuel is okay, but we kind of know the outcome because of this whole story that these monsters are making up and their background, and it's just awful because we kind of know the outcome here. And even if Jake Haro is the only aggressor in this case, now let's just say he went crazy, he attacked his baby, and he also attacked Rebecca. Now, if that's the case, Rebecca, why would you cover for him? Why would you cover for a monster? Because you are little Emmanuel's mother, and you are supposed to love and protect that baby with your life. And for you to cover for Jake Haro, you are just as cruel and evil as him, and you are both monsters for what you did to that baby Emmanuel. Now, I don't know for sure in this case if Jake was the only aggressor or not, but I mean, look at all the red flags. You got Rebecca here walking around with a black guy that was not recent. She looks like a battered woman, but she's also a very evil woman for not protecting her child. And as more days go on, the truth will come out. The truth always comes out. And as time progresses, we will be updating this case. And a lot more will be coming out. A lot more will be said about this case. And I do believe that Jake was the aggressor, and Rebecca is also covering for Jake. SWAT and forensic teams were involved in the search warrant. Now, it makes you wonder what was found. We know the vehicle was seized. Cell phones, computers. They were searching on the outside of the property. And it makes you really wonder what was found. Something was found. Something was definitely found during that search warrant. Because now the case went from a kidnapping to a murder investigation. Jake and Rebecca Haro were booked into the Riverside County Jail following their arrest on August 22nd, 2025 for suspicious of murder in the disappearance of their 7-month-old son Emmanuel Haro. The search for Emmanuel remains ongoing. This is a very sad case, and we all pray that Emmanuel is found safe. But I think we already all know what happened here, and our prayers goes out to the family of baby Emmanuel Haro. And to everybody in the community, thank you for your searches. And I'm sure everybody's seen all these red flags in this case. And, justice will be served for baby Emmanuel.